The Guam Army National Guard states about 800 soldiers from Guam and the Sinai will be preparing to deploy to Afghanistan in 2013 as part of the 29th Infantry Brigade combat team from the Hawaii Guard. Major General Benny Paulino explains while they received the notice over the weekend, they've been anticipating and preparing for it for over a year. He also expands on what this notice actually means at this point.
The notification we got is called a notice of sourcing. It's not an activation, it's not an alert, it's not official yet, but the notification of sourcing means that you're up for the rotation. We're going to start opening the funding stream to allow you to prepare, start your train-up period.
Since Guard members are not on active duty status, Paulino says it will take about 18 months to prepare their troops for the biggest deployment ever in the Guam National Guard's history. He adds this is an involuntary deployment, which means all members assigned to the 294th Infantry Regiment and F Company 29th Support Battalion will have no choice but to deploy in 2013. When that happens, Paulino says the absence of these soldiers will impact Guam significantly.
When you look at 800 folks, that's about half of the Guard strength, a little bit more than half of the Guard strength. So the impact is going to be if the governor needs the National Guard for whatever reason, especially during catastrophic occurrences, like typhoons and things like that. There's going to be that amount of soldiers less to respond to the situation.
Paulino suggests the chief of the National Guard Bureau could step in to help out during this absence, and recruitment efforts will also step up. Meanwhile, Lieutenant Colonel Frank Tomenez and Captain Juan King say their Guam and Sinai soldiers will have to let their employers and families know what's at stake with the notice and augmented training exercises.
Make sure that they are aware, make sure their employers are aware, inform your families this might be forthcoming. Basically, that's what I do as a commander. And then on the military side, I focus more on training, individual training, weapons qualifications. Like what the general had mentioned, schools is priority. Make sure they're trained and school trained is key.
In addition to that, we have to focus on our collective tasks. We got to make sure that our resources, personnel, equipment, and train up. Those are important aspects in our deployments. So those are now being worked on as we speak at this time.
Paulino notes preparing for a big deployment is a very complex process, especially because the Guard is not an active duty unit. However, while it is possible they may not be mobilized to Afghanistan in 2013, they have to remain prepared.
It's a complex process. We don't send soldiers in harm's way unless they're fully prepared. And every phase that they go through, like the commanders say, every phase they go through has to be validated, okay? And like I said, the training is deliberate, it's very focused, and our job is to make sure they're given the best possible training to do their mission.